welcome back to the Share It All podcast. I'm your loving growing coach, Joy the Growth Coach, and welcome back to another Black Monday edition of our podcast show. So first off, I want to welcome all the lovely guests on here, black, beautiful, lovely guests. And I want to start off by taking a shot to all of you to thank you for coming on it. I want to wish warm welcomes to you and blessings to you for your future endeavors for the next 5 months or for the rest of your lives. I pray that anything that walks into your life that you take and magnify, and honestly you do just well and give back to the community. That's the one thing I say. Give back and just be a part of, do something for your mental health. Wow.
Shout out to you for doing something for our mental health.
You're so good at what you do.
Thank you.
Shout out to Joy.
Thank you. But shout out to y'all. Thank you. And a toast to y'all for being who you are.
Joy.
Toast
to joy. Toast to joy. Baby, let's get it.
All right. Okay. Dear Lord.
Ooh, shit.
All right.
Sir.
So today, for today's episode, I wanted to bring on more individuals. As you can see, we have a jam-packed podcast. 8 of us are sitting on this couch. I don't know how we're doing this. So I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves a little bit, maybe about what they do or what they are aspiring to do, so we can, know a little bit about our panelists. So who wants to start, left or right? Okay.
There it is.
Go ahead, Erica. I guess you started.
I go first.
Hi, everyone. My name is Erica Allen. I'm currently, working in customer service, but only so temporary because I hope to. I aspire to be a fashion stylist or some type of fashion designer assistant or some form of stylist. Definitely. I want to make everyday people look beautiful with just what they have in their closet. So that's what I aspire to be.
I need a stylist.
Any other details?
That's up to you. But
this is good. I think that's all you need to know about me for right now. Yeah.
That's a good intro.
Yeah.
I like that. Hi, guys. My name is Latik. Most people call me T. I'm in school to be a neurosurgeon.
My dad.
I do. Dope. Yeah, I'm in school to be a neurosurgeon. I do a lot of different things from clothing to science to music. I also have my bachelor's degree in audio engineering. So I've worked in many studios with many famous people.
Jack of all trades. All right.
I love people in general. I have a clothing brand, and it actually embraces mental and sexual health. So, if you see me anywhere and you see it, you can give me a follow. Curly-headed nappy boy smokes. And that's just a little bit about me. Thank you.
Well, my name is Josh Sayre. People know me as Josh Sayre Pal. Thanks.
You don't even need sound effects.
I've been DJing for about 12 years now, and it's just been elevation from every year. My goal with it, I don't really have one. It's just to get better every year. I represent Deja Vu, which is my team right here. Cartel Music, AMG.
Crazy.
We just do a lot. So I'm glad to be on the podcast.
Sir.
Amen.
Yes, sir.
Yo, it's Carvel. I'm a DJ, entrepreneur, and I'm saying a part of one of the best teams that is part of New Jersey right now, Deja Vu. I'm just here to share the love through music, I'm saying, and make sure that everybody's having fun, safe, and I'm saying, bring all black people together, all races together. So that's just really a quick summary of what I do.
Yes, sir. Carvel on the beat.
Carvel on the beat.
Let me take the mic. I'm Michael Jackson right now.
Say now.
I'm Keith. My real name Marquise, but you call me Keith. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a party promoter, but I don't like saying party promoter. I'm an event coordinator. But I inspired to open up my own club, a few restaurants, franchise some clubs, and that's me. Yeah.
Yes,
That's me.
sir.
That's me.
Okay. Me. Are you talking about?
Yes.
bring the mic a little bit closer, ladies.
Check mic 1, 2. Can you hear me? Okay. What's good? It's your girl Nolani here. I am an athletic trainer. I graduated school last year at Kane University. I'm currently in my field as the athletic trainer in a physical therapy clinic, as well as dancing. So, feel me? I'm just everywhere. Jersey Club, from fundamentals, choreography to battles. You need me to speak up louder?
Bring it closer. Bring it closer.
Bring it
But you can
closer.
tilt it. There you go. Tilt it up.
Tilt
I got
up.
you.
Oh, she got it.
I didn't want to break it. Okay, facts. Let her do her thing. Yep.
Right. There you go.
I'm gonna say it one more time, just real quick. It's your girl Nolani. Let me say this one more time. It's your girl Nolani, Kane University, class of 22, athletic trainer. Currently, anybody, dancers, athletes, anybody physically active that needs anybody, come talk to me. And I also dance, feel me? So if y'all need promoters, if y'all got entrepreneurs that need dancers and y'all want to network, y'all know me. So,
What?
Evie,
And look at that.
Evie. Get in tune. Are you stupid? Thank you for recognizing King.
Come on now.
Okay,
It
Kane.
gives.
Cougars.
Come on, Steve.
Okay.
Come on, Steve.
Hello. I'm not as fireball as she is. I'm very calm and
Turn me
quiet.
up anyway.
My name is Dee.
Hey,
Dejanay,
Dee.
whichever you want to call me. Can I say this really, really quickly? So the entire time you guys are saying, "Oh, Carvel music, Carvel, Cartel beat," and I'm like, "Who's Carvel? What's going on?" My entire childhood, Carvel on a beat. I'm like, me when he introduces himself, I'm like, oh, this is him. I've never. Hello,
That
nice
was
to
so
meet
crazy,
you.
right? I listen to all y'all on SoundCloud.
What? My mind is blown right now. I was over here losing it, like. Anyway, respects to you, but my name is Dee. Right now, I currently work in finance for American Dream, the mall. I just kind of handle it. I do things for their money. Okay, I can't really get into details. I also am a graphic designer. I just got into it maybe a year ago, but honestly, I've been going insane. Like,
Is he gone?
anyway, I be in the cut, okay, like a thief in the night. And there you have it. Yeah. Oh, I also have a podcast. Holy shit.
Promote it. We're allowed to do
It's a
that.
podcast about sex, and you will not know the name until the end.
The end.
I'm all about sex.
Thank you, everybody, for giving their introductions. And I'm kind of glad that we have this creator podcast. I guess, panel, because that kind of goes into my first, I guess, topic. It's Juneteenth.
Yes.
So, for one, thank you for our ancestors for getting us where we are. So, shout out to our ancestors.
Shout out.
You did.
Here's the first question that I have. Anybody can, start it up. But when it comes to spaces, like, not only, the 21 is doing a great job for, representing spaces for Black individuals and Black events. But when it comes to music, fashion, podcasting, or even dancing, do you feel like we're getting enough representation in certain spaces? And honestly, what could we do better? Not only ourselves, but maybe other people to let us have those spaces so we can, I guess, shed a better light for the community.
Okay, I think I'll actually start that one off personally. Do I think that we have the correct spaces in certain things of that nature? No, I don't. And I say this because, I was actually having a conversation with my mans just a few days ago, actually. And we see a lot of people on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok that are not us. They're not Black, right? They'll do the smallest thing in the world, and they will get 100,000, 200, 500, a million views.
Trillions.
And everything is good, but if the Black man or woman does it, which I've seen on Contrast personally, right? They're not the same. So personally, I can't personally say that I've seen it happen for that way. In my perspective, I would think that we actually don't have enough, not only resources on Instagram, Twitter, and things of that nature to know how to effectively promote, right? Yeah. Because we know that we need to actually promote and do certain things, but certain people that I can say, don't know how to effectively promote, even myself, within my clothing brand and my music brand and things of that nature. So within those things that we do know, and we see that these, other cultures, I'm not just speaking about one culture or one nationality, but many other cultures have that social media influence and real life, everyday influence that sometimes in certain things that we don't have and we cannot grasp to, even if we surpass them. Yes. You get what I mean? We can see that, this is nothing compared to what we're doing. This is much better. How come I'm not getting more numbers? How come this and that? But then even within myself, I've had to realize within certain things, hey, you're not either A, putting in certain work, right? Or B, you're just not speaking to the correct people or promoting yourself effectively.
That's the one.
Or C, they want you to pay for it.
Proceed.
Correct. Or C, they want you to pay for it.
I definitely agree. And I like the fact that not only, although you put some of the blame on them, you took accountability for yourself and saying that, we're not always putting in the work. We expect sometimes doors to be open for
Absolutely.
us. So I kind of appreciate that you did say that.
Yeah.
Does anybody else have before I say my spiel on it?
Right.
Someone else can go before I rant. So
Because I was like, I'm gonna wait till the end.
I'm gonna go. I say everything is 50-50 in life. Everything, there's an up and a down. There's a left and a right. So in this instance, I completely agree with T. But it also comes to a point where, like T said, we have to go get the information. For the past year, Deja Vu, that's what we've been on. We've been going out to the right people and getting the right information. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's not that's just life. In life, that's just what it is. So if I want to go, for example, we plan events and, every owner that we honestly work with, they're not even white. They're not even black. They're predominantly Spanish or Hispanic. So we go out there, we talk, and we build relationships, and we try to communicate and figure out, okay, what did you guys do to get where you guys are right now? And a lot of them tell us, we started off as promoters, and it's crazy because shout out to Terry. He's actually the owner of Lit 21 at Lobby. That's what he tells us. And look where we at right now. We're in an establishment that he kind of built, and we're getting that information.
Come on, manifestation.
Now, number 2, it goes with supporting each other. Just because Keith wants to go start making a club, don't mean I gotta go make a club too. Maybe I could go invest into my mans instead of me trying to, I'm trying to do my own shit. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. It's about building with each other. So it's accountability. That's just what it is. So we got to start really helping each other. We got to start doing X, Y, and Z to get everybody where we need to be. So that's just my kind of spiel on it. So I believe there's a lot of growth from where we were before to now. There's a lot of growth, but there's a lot of work that we all got to get done at the end of the day. So
I completely agree with you, C. If you don't mind if I go next.
No, go ahead.
No, yeah. So I think what we have to realize is that we have a system built against us.
Yes.
We have to understand that people are not rooting for us to win. Only we are being rooted to win. And I think that's the hard truth we have to realize at the end of the day. But once we realize that and we know that we can overcome that, we have overcame it. Our ancestors did. So we could honestly keep going and keep going until we are in those leadership roles, until the White House is the Black House again. I'm telling you.
I like how you said again.
I'm just trying to keep calm.
We keep talking about, I'm going to kind of switch it off a little bit. I want to talk about just Nick Cannon for a second. Just a second. I have not read one report on Nick Cannon. I don't care what he's doing. All I know is that he's making little millionaires who are then going to be billionaires, and there are going to be more black billionaires. And that's all I care about.
That's that.
All right? We need to be in these roles so then we could finally have a land who cares about us. All right? It's so important to know that.
I can respect that. I know you want to go last. I'm going to let you go I'm going to let you go, and then I'm going to give definitely my spiel. Unless you got something to say, Johnson.
Honestly,
No, I think they
said it.
Okay.
They definitely covered it.
No, they definitely did. So I'm gonna just sum up basically everything that the gentlemen and the ladies have just said. I think it's really important that it's not only just what are we missing from the universe or from the environment, it's also what do we need to grab from the environment. There be a lot of times where I be seeing a lot of independent entrepreneurs, dancers, or people that are just in their industries that are trying to do things by themselves. And with all due respect, I'm giving y'all your accolades, I'm giving y'all your claps, but you have to forget, in order for you to have a collective community and have a bunch of people sitting at your table, you have to start networking and building those reports. So with all due respect, there's just like how Carvel said, you have to learn how to talk to people. I'm not saying you have to go to school. I'm not saying you have to go to an educated class just so you are so eloquently to speak to people, but you have to learn how to have etiquette when speaking to people. You can't use street words when you're talking in business and stuff like that. There's just a lot of things that you have to learn what to do and what not to do. coming from a dancer's perspective, just presenting yourself the correct ways. There'll be times where I'll be coming to Kama Crazy, and a lot of our friends, we know a lot of each other. So some of our friends know the entrepreneurs and vice versa. So there'll be a lot of times where they'll ask us, yo, like, we need y'all to pop out, we need y'all to promote. And that's just collaboration. A lot of people just need to start working together as a village. If we create the village, then we can continue to establish the village for the rest of the legacies that come after us. So I think that just sets all in stone what everybody said, all in all. But just everybody here doing what they're doing, staying 2 feet, 10 toes in the cement, keep doing what y'all doing. Whatever it is, y'all got our support, and I hopefully after this session of this podcast, everybody still stays connected and everybody still supports each other, just seeing each other winning, putting the faith and the mustard seed in each other, because just like how you said, this system, this world is built against us. So we need to make sure we are built together so we can stand against the gradient and be against the gradient. So yeah,
amen.
That's that. It's giving
Hey, I
building.
like that summer.
It's
I
giving
like that
building.
summer. I ain't gonna hold you.
It's giving
I
Bob the
ain't mad
Builder.
at it.
Bob the Builder.
Bill. I'm not mad at the summer. I'm not mad.
Can we fix it? Wreck it, Rob.
So now that I heard everybody else's, I'm gonna give my little tush spiel. I definitely agree. I definitely feel like, as an entrepreneur, I've been an entrepreneur for now 4 years, as of last month, and I realize it's important to not only create space for yourself, but you have to bring your family, your friends along with it. If they got a vision, they got a dream, sometimes they don't know where to even start. If you've already started, just help them out. And then, be there along the way with them. I could say definitely the last 4 years, I've had a lot of friends, start this journey with me. They're not still here, but some of them still show up to events. Or they show up to my podcast readings, or it's just like finding that way. As well as what I did definitely like about you is that you're building a community. And like, he may want to start a restaurant, or he might want to start a club, but that's not your passion. You might want to be a DJ that goes all around the world. So I definitely see that as important as well. And I really love the fact that you talked about accountability, because as a life coach, I am really big on accountability. Don't get me wrong, I'm not always accountable myself.
Okay, human.
And I am still working on that.
Come on,
I
human.
think everybody is.
Come on, human.
And
Even
I
myself.
acknowledge that. And I think as Black creators, we definitely need to ensure that we are definitely holding ourselves accountable, because we can't keep pointing the finger every time at the system.
Right.
Because we obviously know the system is always going to be
They
against
want us
us.
to get angry. They actually want us to get angry, because the
They don't
angrier
want
we
us to
get,
win.
it makes our cause look quote unquote stupid.
Not even that.
Or
It even
aggressive
it
or
takes more
aggression.
energy out of us and time away from the mission
Yes,
that we're trying to do.
exactly.
And so pretty much. And
They're just trying to tire us out like a dog.
And that's the thing. And at the end of the day, it's so important that we sit here and like we just stay tunnel vision. We stay focused. Yes, there are times that we do need to be mad at the system and we need to fight against it. But it's more like, all right, if I get the task done, then that obviously means the system is failing. Yeah. And obviously there needs to be new things that come into the system. Exactly, new implements that come into the system that obviously are going to be working in our favor. So I definitely like the fact that you said accountability. And overall, at the end of the day, is that I hate to say it, but it's the truth. The black dollar is very, very, very rich and important in this country and all over the world. Like, we have the most currency. So wherever we go, we make the most money for anybody. So it's definitely important at the end of the day that, we take our money and our time and value it and realize how much we're going to keep pushing the economy forward. But it's important that we push our businesses, our passion projects, whatever we do forward as well. We can push everything else. We can push Fashion Nova. We can push Shein, all that stuff
Hollister,
forward.
any brand.
But pretty much. But
Right.
like, let's really sit here and think about at the end of the day, like there are black clothing brands that are upstairs right now in Lit 21, and I promise you a lot of people aren't giving them that exposure. There's one on this podcast right now. So I think it's definitely important. Do you got Common Crazy shirt on? Yeah, exactly. Like there's black businesses that deserve to get their recognition. So I think it's definitely important that we give them that spotlight.
And can I say something about that
Go
as well?
ahead.
Or also, not to cut you, my apologies, but just like Carvel here, right? Like, I was actually just having a conversation about that same topic about, hey, I might not want to be a restaurateur. I might not want to be a, engineer, but you know, for myself, like I grew up with money, I got money. So for myself, I always tell people, just like I had a conversation upstairs with 2 random women I met today. I have honestly lost more money putting into other businesses by trying to help businesses out and giving that love. And I have no problem with losing money. That's not even the problem, right? Money is everywhere. But it's about, again, just like you said, yo, I might not want to, but I believe in your business, even if I do fail.
Right.
Even if I do lose, it has nothing to do with me because I believe in you. If you lose and then I lose, then that has to do with me having a false perspective about what I thought. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's still me supporting you in this business or whatever you got going on because I believed in you. Yeah. Now, there have been many businesses that even still to this day that I'm reaping the benefits from, and even to this day that I'm losing the benefits from. And even to this day, I thank God that I'm losing certain things because if I weren't able to lose, I wouldn't be able to win. Yeah. And that's all.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're cool.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Boom. Drop the mic.
Yo, you gotta drop the bomb right here. You gotta drop the bomb right here.
Hey, man, I'm just saying.
I feel that. And one thing I gotta give you your flowers just for a quick second that you're willing to invest into other people's businesses and see their passion projects and try and see it through. Sometimes, you know, some people may not take that into consideration because they're like, it's my friends or it's somebody, you know, I know. Like, I can show up for you, but it's really more important when you put the dollar behind somebody's name.
And that's what I want to say, right? Because I realize that no matter if you go to TD, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, or any one of them, guess what? Any of our color here, we might not get 100,000, but we have shown them that we made all of that within a year already. Right? We might be able to do everything that it doesn't matter. I'm not speaking about white people. I'm not speaking about Asians. I'm not speaking about I'm just speaking about anybody in general that we are not on the same path and or page as, and we can prove it, right? I know people who have made and spent $1 million but can't get $1 million loan from a bank.
Ooh.
So if I know that you've done something and I can at least give you that loan, me personally, right? My man, he asked me just last Friday, yo, bro, listen, I'm going through some stuff right now. I just told myself, yo, I need a loan of $20,000. $20,000? Dang, my boy, that's damn near, going into my pockets a lot right now. But, yo, let's have a conversation on FaceTime. Let me see what your business plan is. If I like it or if I don't, cool. If I like it, I'm going to definitely give it to you. If I don't like it, but I know you need it, I'm going to still possibly, I'm not going to say fully, right? I'm going to still possibly help you out even if I lose. Because guess what? This is a contract. I'm gonna make you a contract. I'm gonna make sure that even if something goes wrong, that excuse my language, ass is always covered, all right? And at the end of the day, I don't care if I lose money because we all gonna die. That's how I think about it. Nobody else might think about it like that, but we all die. Nothing is actually fully full here, right? Everything is temporary. So if I'm helping you out and I might not reap the benefits until maybe 8, 5, 10 years later, guess what? I will take that on the back end for me to say that. Like, there are so many brands that I've helped out in New Jersey itself who most people, when they see me, they don't even know it's me. Like, people get on Instagram and they be like, oh, you're that guy. Wow, I didn't even know. Like, you don't post any pictures of yourself. You don't do any. Yeah, I don't. Like, that's just not me, right? But guess what? If you need me and you know who I am, I got you, no matter what. If I got it, I got you. I don't give a fuck if I don't know you or not. If you need some help, anybody out there, if you're able to need any help from anything and you know that I got it, that's all love. That's it. And I feel as though us as the black community in whole, we don't move like that, but we need to move like that. If I know, right, because I've been in finance just like Dee herself, right? We know from ins and outs that we are not able to get the same exact things that certain other communities and cultures are getting. So if we have those things that the banks have or loaners or anything else has, why are we not giving it back to ourselves? And I realized that was the plan when I was a young boy. I didn't even realize, hey, I want to help people out, this and that. But then coming into money and things of that nature, I realized it. So
it's so important.
Can I piggyback off that really quick? I'm so sorry.
Go ahead, because I definitely want to start the next topic. So go ahead.
I got
quickly.
10 seconds. Just to add on top of that, that also just comes with the vulnerability to understand the knowledge that you have and the knowledge that you're willing to expand within yourself. Some people are very stagnant because they're stubborn within the mindset that they know that they want to achieve certain goals, but because, again, they're not reaching out to the resources, they're not reaching out to the communities that have those resources, they're staying stagnant within their growth. So just feeding back off of what T said and just coming back on just realizations of what you need to do for your business, just understand that when it comes to knowledge, knowledge is power with everything. If you don't have the knowledge of that certain topic, Keith might have it, Carvel might have it, Jasier might have it. Talk to the people. Don't be so stubborn or so within your pride to talk to people, because if I don't know it, the next person might know it, and if they might not know it, we can go find the answers together, so we can both have the fundamentals, so we can expand our horizons to the next best versions of ourselves. Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah. Next
All
topic.
right. So I want to switch up the topic just a tad. This is all from Monita because he gave me a few questions. So I kind of like the question that he gave for the first one. So hear the question first, and then it can go to anybody. Or maybe I might start it off. What luxuries or privileges should we and shouldn't we, as Black community, provide to one another, as well as our significant other?
Wait, one more time for the people in the back. I'm in the back.
Okay, you're in the back? Okay,
Yeah,
it's okay.
one more
Is
time.
anybody else in the back?
Me.
I'm in the back.
Okay. Okay. We're all in the back. It's okay. Let me do it again.
One more time.
What luxuries or privileges should we and shouldn't we, as the Black community, provide to one another, as well as our significant other?
Can I go on this one?
Yeah, I want you to go first, and then I'm gonna try and maybe go second. Go ahead.
Okay. So luxury.
Luxuries
Now,
and
what does
privileges.
luxury mean?
I'm gonna explain it. I was the one who told him the question.
Oh, okay.
I was the one who gave him
Okay,
the question.
yeah, good,
So
good.
let me explain it to you guys what I mean by giving Monita the question. Basically, right, I had a conversation with another female one day about luxuries of us as Black people, right? You and I aren't together, right? Let's just say we were talking, okay? Let's just say you were like, hey, listen, T, I know you might, let's just say I was down in finances. You were like, I'm gonna give you this. But then 2 weeks later, you'll come back and say, oh, I'm doing something that a wife should do. What luxuries and or abilities and or things of that nature do you feel as though that we are giving to each other, friends, family, Black people, lovers, anything of that nature that we should and should not give? The access period, correct.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what you guys should stop doing. You guys gotta stop spending money on each other if you're not sure if you're gonna be with that person. Period. All right, you guys gotta understand, we don't got it like that.
I plead the fifth.
You have to understand your partner.
At least you want it.
It's like, nah.
Like, I get my hair cut at the barbershop, right? So I've heard the barbershop talk. Guys, ladies, he doesn't have it like that. He can't get the bundles. He can't afford it. I'm sorry, because he has to invest into himself first before he starts investing into you.
Oh.
Same thing with a woman. We have to start
on
investing
that.
to ourselves first before we could give and cater to a man.
Okay.
Cater to. Say that one more time.
Cater to you. All right.
Okay,
So,
I like that. Okay, so I'm gonna incriminate myself for a quick second, but it's a healing. We're healing. This year was 2023. We're growing. We're healing.
But you gotta remember, we're still young though.
Exactly. So like I've made a lot of mistakes, but it's okay. Like obviously as a life coach, my goal is to teach people about life and like coach them through it because I've had to go through it.
Let's get into it.
Stop giving treatment or luxury or privileges to individuals that don't want to create that title with you or don't want to give you obviously that long term.
Right.
I've noticed, and I think maybe I've had too many conversations with my best friend.
Yeah, it is.
She's yelling at somebody.
You know, a man will tell you automatically, for prime example, if he wants to be with you at the first few conversations in which you have. If he says we're going with the
7
flow,
seconds.
That's true.
if we're
7
going with the
seconds.
flow, or if he tells you, if you tell him what you're looking for,
you don't tell
and it doesn't match what you're looking for, you obviously know catering to
get it.
him and giving him
need
the
these 3
the
minutes
privileges or
slap
boyfriend
back.
privileges obviously isn't gonna go somewhere.
Yeah.
I have done this dumbass thing. I am naturally a
It's okay.
nurturer. So I like to nurture and care for people.
It's giving
but
cancer.
I have not. I'm not a cancer.
What are you?
I'll let you guess in a
It's
quick
giving
second.
water though.
Huh?
Is it
I'm not a cancer. I'm
Nah,
not
I'm-
even close to Gemini. Please.
Is that the other topic?
I mean, I didn't want to make it a topic, but
We didn't get
like,
to that topic yet.
it's not a topic yet. But either way, I've learned that I have to realize I have to watch a man's actions.
Yep.
I have to watch how he treats me, how he shows up and he cares for me, and what is he willing to consistently keep doing. I think the one thing that's important for me when it comes to relationships now is consistency.
Yeah.
If I consistently show up for you, if you're showing me consistently that you want to be around me, you want to take me out, you want to do certain things, I have no problem catering to you. I have no problem giving you certain luxuries. But a man will tell you automatically what he deems you as valuable to him. If he deems you just as valuable for the bed, then don't keep, like, obviously, if that's what you're looking for right now.
Yeah, look at the consistency in other things too.
Yeah, like if he's consistently,
Does he
trying to
consistently
sleep with
try to make plans with you and then not text you the day of the plans?
Exactly.
Wait, I didn't hear what you said.
Go ahead.
It's okay. You
Your
can
blue
re-listen
hair
when this
just caught on
podcast
fire,
goes
baby.
live.
That's how they come, right? That's how they come.
I'm in the back. I'm in the back. So I
I mean,
want
but
to
this
get
is
into it.
the
for
only
sure.
other thing I would say when it comes to friendships, because I spoke a lot about significant others. I just want to say this one thing for friendships. I shower the friends that shower me.
Yep. Wow. No, that's true.
Say it, girl. All right.
And that's
shower,
it.
Okay, girl.
I shower the friends that shower me, and I'm gonna put this person on blast, but I know I'm gonna get mad, but it's okay. I have a best friend, and I'm gonna keep their name anonymous, that I love and I care for, and it's because they've been through a lot of walks of life, and so it's important that I shower them because they're consistently showing up for me. Sometimes they may not speak my love languages in certain ways, but they're like, good luck today. Or like they'll say, certain affirmations in a way that speaks to them.
Yeah.
But I know it's coming from a loving space. They'll tell me about myself where it doesn't seem like it's hurtful and it's painful. And, if I want something, like for my birthday, I complained about these scissor Crocs for 3 months. And I was like,
Somebody getting petty.
huh?
Get petty.
I'm not getting petty. I almost cried on my 25th birthday because like I low-key expected it, but I didn't expect it, and I wanted it so bad. So like, if you show up for me, anything that you ask for is okay. You need it, got it, controlled, got it. It's there for you. But if you don't consistently show up for me as a friend, why am I giving you that luxury of my time or my energy? Why am I sitting here thinking like, oh, it's worth, dropping $200 just for us to go eat at dinner? I don't mind paying my friend's bill if they want to go somewhere. I don't mind sharing anything. But like, if you're not doing that for me, I'm damn sure not gonna do it for you. So how I treat my significant other
That's a
sometimes is how I treat my
luxury.
friends, because sometimes your friends have been there longer than your significant other.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
very
So-
true.
Friends have.
And people forget
I have a
that.
best friend that has known me for 20 years, up, down, and everything. So, in my opinion, that's what I would only say. So, I'm going to pass
Me,
the
I'm
mic
gonna go.
Real
over to
quick.
anybody else, because I feel like y'all got some things to say in the question. But go ahead.
This is
go
definitely,
ahead,
this is
D.
definitely a
First,
space
right?
for me for sure.
Go ahead, D.
So
Go ahead.
let's just talk
You gotta
about.
get the mic. Yeah.
All right, now let's get into it. So, I am the queen of supportive friend. I wear that crown for sure. And let's talk about supporting your friends in private and not just public.
All right. I'm here for that.
Dumb as hell. So let's get into it.
Not dumb as hell, that's
I have
crazy.
A friend. I've had this friend. She's actually upstairs. Shout out to you, girl. You know exactly who I'm talking about. We're not gonna get into the names because a lot of people don't like how I feel about you, but I'm still gonna get into it. I have a friend who is extremely optimistic. She is an entrepreneur. She likes to do things that you get into because you know who I'm talking about. She was surrounded by people who didn't believe in her pipe dream. She wanted to be a dancer. You can't make money off that, right? Let's talk about it. I had a job in finance. My first job in finance, I worked at an armor company. I can't name the company because of whatever. But worked for this armor company. Some point, I'm like, yeah, this is not giving. I'm like, damn, I really want to do hair. I quit my job at 25. I was making $40,000 a year at 25 years old, right? No bills. $40,000. I quit my job, and I decided to go to hair school. Now, that was a $30,000 bill. I didn't have no money. I didn't work, right? My friend calls me. She like, friend, I really want to dance. Like, I just feel like I should quit my job. I said, you's a dumb bitch for calling me because I just quit mine.
Are you stupid?
Are you dumb? Quit. Now.
Immediate.
Right? That was circa 6-7 years ago. I've watched my friend grace stages with so many celebrities, it makes no goddamn sense.
I know who she is.
Privately, she's calling me while she's in a room, a closet that she has to do makeup in where there's no light, there's dark, but you gotta perform for this big name. We ain't gonna name Yin Gang Twins, the baby. She calls me, friend, turn that light on, we gonna get this makeup together. It don't matter that you don't got no light, because I saw your light, and I put the light behind you. Put the light behind her when she had a room full of people telling her, girl, you can't do that.
Put the
You
light
can't
on
make
her.
You can't make a living with that.
One more time.
You can, and let me tell you, this is this is the real testimony for my friend, seriously. Because even with her being so big and do so many amazing things, she's still getting no's. She's still getting turned away. The day before she booked a flight to Virginia to do a tour for somebody who decided not to answer the day before.
Buggy.
She called my friend, don't worry about it.
That's how it works. That's how
support
he works.
in private is very important because you got so many no's for your friends. So many of those people who love what they do, and I see what she doing. I'm just like, friend, you love it, so I love it too. Supporting in private. Yes. Not because I want you to know that, oh, I know that girl. Oh, I know that girl on TV. I'm not gonna be that girl say, oh, I knew that girl once. I'm gonna be in the stage with my friend. I'm gonna be
backstage. VIP. Dancing. I already know the choreography. 5, 6, 7, 8.
I know the choreo to every last one of my friends' classes. My friends had numerous of classes for 6 years. No, that's it. I'm done. Support your friends in private. Support your friends in private, not public, just for the motherfucking accolades.
Period.
Listen.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying?
So
That's a riot.
So
All
for
the
one thing for me, one of my like, me being the age that I am, and because I feel like I'm fairly younger than everybody here. People don't really
How
know
old
that.
are you?
I'm 23 years old.
Yeah, you are.
So me being the age that I am, me not being from Jersey, first of all, me coming here to a space that I'm not really from or anything, I kind of started realizing like, when you get to, I fairly believe that everybody has their time, like their own light. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you support it. But then when it's your time, everybody wants to come in your light and they want to stand in your way. Like people kind of want instant gratification. And I feel like you gotta
Instant gratifications. I thought you said Instagram.
No.
It's almost basically the same thing.
Yeah,
you really
so-
want to be honest. Let's really have it.
really is.
Let's
So-
really think about it for a quick second. But go
people
ahead.
like it was. So people really like, they don't understand the work that you put in. Like people don't understand that. They will never understand what you go through in the back. You just see what I'm showing you. You don't really know what's going on. And I'm talking about the friends. Your friends don't really know. So sometimes when me or Keith or Jasir, when we ask for people for support, it doesn't have to be you physically being there. Yeah, you could be, not even a repost. Yo,
Just
are
hear
you
me
okay?
vent.
Are
Hear
you
me
okay?
vent.
Are you
Like
okay?
my story.
Are you
Just
good?
like it.
How are you?
Just
How
not
you
even
feeling?
my
It's not
profile.
gonna change your whole
Not
algorithm.
even that. To be truthfully honest, as a creative, and I'm pretty sure y'all go through it, sometimes you just want somebody to give you that text.
Yeah.
Just ask that text or like, yo, just come here. Like if you're struggling, even food wise, sometimes as a creative, I'm pretty sure sometimes y'all don't even eat.
Yeah.
Like y'all can go days with
Without
like,
eating.
in the think tank and like just not forget to eat, drink water, nothing. Like or sleep.
But that's another thing too that I want to go into, right? Because even for myself, like Monita Kai, at one point, you know, I didn't promote anything I did, from neuroscience to music to anything, right? Just weed at one point, what I used to be in. And even Monita Kai himself, he said, yo, bro, like, I didn't even know you were in school for this, or I didn't know you made clothing, or I didn't know you did anything of that. And, you know, I said back to him, like, damn, bro, like, is it because you weren't really looking at me or what? He was like, nah, bro, it's just because what you post and everything you show. And it's like, okay, that's my fault.
Yeah.
That's where I took accountability.
Wait, turn it to the mic.
Look, real quick. What's good about that, right, is that you're taking accountability.
Absolutely.
And you're taking constructive criticism.
Absolutely.
People don't know how to do that.
At all.
They don't know how
That's
to
the
do
thing.
that.
And especially when the difference is constructive criticism compared to accountability is when most people, and I'm going to speak on neuroscience terms, okay, at the actual brain and nerves.
Come on.
Right. So from what I've noticed and experienced personally and non-personally, right? When people think of accountability, they think that some people, men and women, I'm not going to speak on one gender,
Exactly.
right? They think that with certain accountability levels and when you say things to them that you're trying to be rude to them, you're trying to disrespect them, you're trying to do anything
You're just speaking your
derogatory.
truth.
And that's not it, right? Because when people come to me and they say certain things like Monita Kai did, or even like my boy Deshaun did when I was on the phone with him, say like, yo, I'm not gonna say it on this cast, but in general, it's like, oh wow, word, I needed that.
Yeah.
Because when I was doing this, I wasn't accountable to myself that I was doing some dumb shit. Excuse my language again, right? But at the end of the day, I'm glad that somebody also is paying attention.
Wow.
Because if you ain't got nobody that's also going to be paying attention to you, how can they be able to tell you, hey, bro, listen, I don't think you're doing this right. Like I told my mans earlier today, no one knows what's best for you other than you, but people will know what is good and or great for you, right? So even if you got friends who are doing and or telling you something that is and or isn't good and or great for you, and though you may know the best for you, you still need to have accountability and have that cognitive dissonance where you are listening to anyone around you to tell you the differences of what you think is good and or is bad.
That's a luxury to have a friend like that.
Yes.
You know,
Can we go back onto that top?
luxury.
still have
Actually, I just wanted to put a side note. She's not here. My girl Janet over there. She's the only white girl at the party. But I love her. And I love Janet. I met her as I was working at the daycare, and my other friend Daniela. I met all of them on the same day. So Daniela was her first day there. Her baby was only 2 months old. So we're watching a 2-month-old together. My first day with babies, her first day with babies. And, we've been friends ever since. Mm-hmm. And the luxury of that friendship is to have someone who sometimes I do disagree with, who holds me accountable and I also hold accountable. And I've noticed that we're so opposite. Sometimes she gets upset with me, sometimes I get upset with her. I think we can understand the reasons why we're different. Black, white, I don't know if I had to say it, but we're different. But the luxury of our friendship is the fact that we could share those different perspectives and help each other grow and to become better and to break these stereotypes.
And I love that you said that, though, because I'm going to say this. I have 2 amazing guy best friends. And I'm going to be honest, I disagree with them about 78% of the time, more so in that I'm pretty sure.
78, not 76.
I'm going to say 78. They probably would say even higher, so we're not even going to do that. And he's literally shaking his head right now. I'm telling you no, because I'm right.
Like this motherfucker.
But, no, the one thing is that they hold me accountable. They will tell me if I'm, I can be doing better. Mm-hmm. They can tell me if, my actions are wrong. I may not take it in the moment, and I'm probably going to argue it. Yes. But it's okay. Because later on around, I see that they're doing it out of love, and they sometimes are typically right. Sometimes you don't know always what's best for you because you're so nearsighted about wanting that instant gratification or just wanting something in the moment that you may not see the full picture of what they're trying to see for you. Mm-hmm. So that is truly a luxury to have because not everybody can have good, genuine friends that just want to see you succeed. I've had a lot of friends in my life that have taken from me, that have not been there always to support me. I've had family that are like that. And sometimes, when you get those, it can honestly, my mom has always said this to me, you'll honestly maybe get 3 good friends in your entire lifetime. And if you get them 2 or 3 for friends, keep them as long as they are alive or as long as they can be on your
a rotation going, a monthly, weekly rotation. Something.
And show them their flowers. Just just saying the thank you. Flowers. Just a thank you definitely goes a long way, but they want, sometimes just showing up and just being there for them is a whole different level for them. So
if they post a pic and you already saw it, you better gas that up.
Each other on the picture. If you don't get you saw the picture already.
20 comments is just y'all.
All of them.
And guys should gas each other too. All the fire emojis. I don't know.
I be hearing some of y'all
Forest
dudes.
fire.
Which pig?
That's dark humor.
Yeah.
But I do have one quick question because obviously,
One question.
Because we are on a podcast that obviously talks about mental health and public health, and I definitely think it's important to do a check-in. How is everybody's mental health?
I'm fucking crazy, man.
Just in general, when y'all woke up this morning, it's Juneteenth. Hear me out. It's Juneteenth.
It's halfway through the year too.
Exactly. People are going and thinking about their dreams and everything. How is everybody's mental health? We've been through a lot these last 6 months. Sometimes it can be good things, it can be bad things, but just do a check-in. Is everybody good? And if not, what could you be doing better?
No.
Can I go?
Yeah. Go ahead. Everybody's going, and that means Josia, you haven't talked barely this entire
all.
time.
I was just about to say that. No way.
You're gonna go.
I was just about to say that.
I'm not going to start, but I'm going to tell you why.
Okay,
Because Joy is our host, and she has the mic tucked in the place the mic is, I can't even access the mic. And I don't want to take it from her because it's her whole thing.
She ain't hearing
But
no mic.
for me,
It's the tap tap. Let me see it.
Okay,
Well, I have the
so
mic
then
now.
it's J then K.
yeah, I have the mic now. But my mental health is good right now.
That's
over the
good.
past couple of years, it's been great. I don't really feel like I have like hiccups, but it's like when people check on me, that means a lot to me because nobody else. Not that they don't care, but it's like they're not going to reach out to you and be like, "Hey, are you okay?" So this is like this one question is like kind of cool to me, even with somebody like But I'm good.
Love.
And I won't
Yeah.
talk the mic. I'll let you have the mic.
Oh.
You can have the mic now. You can just keep
Yeah,
going.
see, now she do that so she can make you talk. That's what it is. But nah, mentally, I don't know where I'm at.
That's a good answer
real?
too.
I'm more on the happy side, but my stress comes from like my future. It's like I still remember that I'm young, but like the generation we live in, it feel like it's rushing you a little bit. So it's like I gotta get it done now.
If it ain't now, it ain't never.
You feel me? So,
He's thinking old.
but then it's like I'm still young, and I stress myself out a lot because I'm very hard on myself. And I'd be like, I gotta get it done right now. But mentally, I'm okay. I'm all right. I need a vacation. But mentally, I am.
Hey
all
man,
right.
we gonna take that. You heard?
I saw you.
Go ahead, man. No.
I kind of want to.
Gentlemen, this is for
The men.
Mental Health Awareness Month.
It is mental health awareness.
Gentlemen,
That's
we
what I was
need
gonna
to
say.
hear
It's
from
mental
you.
health awareness month.
How are
I'm
y'all
very big on
feeling
Black
for
men
real?
getting
Don't be
important
capping.
in their mental health.
It's crazy.
Please.
But it's crazy because
My four kings here, for real.
I'm the type of person. I'm the friend. Carvella tell you, I'm the friend. I will express exactly how I feel. I don't sugarcoat nothing. If I'm hurt, I'm hurt. I'm gonna tell him.
I feel like
I'm
us
hurt.
as men, we shouldn't
I'm
have to
hurt.
hide much, but especially if we, ladies, please don't take this the wrong way, any of y'all, okay?
We are, but it's okay.
It's okay because personally I don't care, right? But
show
at
on
the
your
end of the day, I feel like us as men, when we come to women, no matter who the woman is,
Yeah.
certain women, right? We'll say, hey, listen, we're going through this and that or that and this, and y'all will. A lot of women don't, but a lot of women do. So I'm not saying all, so please don't take it. But
Rip it
again,
off like a Band-Aid.
again, in general, when we come to y'all with certain mental health problems, hey, we're going through this or we're going through that, y'all sometimes will come back and be like, well, shit, nigga, I hope you figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Like,
After we
and that's fine, right? But listen, but that's when we realize. But
that's true,
that
though.
statement right there is when we then will realize, hey, listen, and it's not just with women either,
Yeah.
right? It could be with women friends that we're not even speaking to or anything like that, because I have.
Laugh off your pain because to them it's so small. I
Yeah.
already went through this. Ha ha ha. Your teenagers go through this.
Yeah.
I went through this when I was a teenager.
Right.
Ha ha ha.
Right.
Like our parents do it all the time,
Yeah.
right? How long do they travel to school? You guys know what that means?
Yo,
Like,
And that's another thing. That's what
ask a kid from New York the same question.
Right.
Yeah.
I work with kids in New York for a period of time. You know what I mean? They go through. What was the question again? Before I go off topic.
How is everybody's
How is mental health?
And what if there is something that you could be doing better? What would it be? What would it be?
Okay, well, I just feel like I'm crazy. I just feel like there's so much knowledge in my head that I keep inside and I don't let it out, and it's driving me nuts. And I'm so insecure, you guys. Like, I know my hair is blue, but
You're beautiful.
like, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
But you know, it's just like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
I'm crazy. I just don't know. But the reason why is because change the atmosphere a little bit. I did lose my mommy when I was a teenager going through puberty, and I didn't realize the effect that would have on me because I also spent that time in isolation. I spent that time pretending to be someone else for so long, and it wasn't until just a couple years ago, even just a few months ago, my mental health is finally getting back on track. I finally did something to my physical body that is something that ideally wouldn't have been approved on when I was younger. And it feels great. You know, but it's these little moments that feel great. I'm doing it a little bit every day, just trying to find little moments of joy to the point where all I feel is joy.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you
Joy.
for sharing that. But let's give her flowers real quick, because thank you. That's powerful to share.
Yeah.
You didn't have to share that with us, so thank you so much that you felt like this is a safe space and you feel like you're not going to be judged, and everybody's going to be here with warm hugs and, you know, give you your flowers for that. So thank you. That's what All Shared All is about. So we ain't done. Y'all going over there. Keep going. Somebody else share.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm genuinely I'm one to be that friend that loves to be around good energy, and that only just radiates my energy for them. But inside, behind closed doors, I have been dealing with a lot. So there's been a lot of overanalyzing and overthinking and taking the what's the phase or phrase, the God's eye view of things, and kind of looking at the big picture and kind of just like trying to bring myself back to homeostasis. I am going to ask the gentleman a question. Hopefully you guys want to answer this wholeheartedly. But there just has become a time.
Before you ask him that question, let them all just finish because Carvel didn't say his mental health.
For sure.
And I wasn't letting him
No,
go
but that's
with
going to
that.
tag into their mental health too.
Okay,
So I
but
got
just
you.
want him to finish first.
No, yeah. Mhm. Yeah. On a similar topic, these past couple days is rough for me. I recently lost my dad about a year ago. So Father's Day, 4th of July, from the spring into the summer is a rough transition for me. But I'm thankful, just like how we were talking about our village of friends. I have people that check up on me. And even if it was yesterday, I got people like, yo, happy heavenly. Like, I know he not here with you, but his spirit is always with you. You are his spirit. So, like, we just thankful that you're still around and that he's instilled within you. So, you know, we're just making sure you good. I'm always that person that makes sure everybody else is good. So there'll be tendencies where I'm just sitting in myself like, okay, who's going to check up on me today? Maybe it's me. Maybe it's not me. But all in all, how do I overcome that? Getting into these type of spaces where I'm not the only mind or brain cell thinking like this. So it's not like, okay, well, I'm not the only one thinking like this, but then on the same account, I can also relieve it in a safe space where everybody can take away from this story or this testimony and let it resonate with themselves to continue their day and make it a positive advantage towards their life. So, yeah, but the question that I have regarding, and I'm going to let Carvel start this first because she wants you to talk first. You brought back a certain conversation about not speaking to women about certain things for men.
Correct.
I have a boyfriend that's just like that. I ask him off rip, like, I know I could read vibes, like, your body's off, you already pissed off, something happened, are you okay? Nah, I'm not going to talk about it. All right, cool. What are your keys or what are the tools that will allow you to help us get more comfortable in your atmosphere so we can be a piece to you guys as well as you guys being a piece to us?
I love the question that you asked that. And
No, because it's a serious topic. Like, I genuinely have this conversation with my boyfriend all the time. We'll have arguments and it'll be to a point where like I can't come to you because you take things off to a certain like I'll take things because I'm oversensitive, I overanalyze things and whatnot have you, and when I want to talk to my mans, he's just like, well, get the F over it. And it's like, well, I can't, that's not how my brains are set. Like, so I have to teach him certain ways for him to be my piece, but it'll be hard for him to talk to me about how I can be his piece. So, Carvel, if you can speak for the population
All right,
or just
so-
for
Well,
your
first
life.
off, answer the question of how your mental health.
That part.
Then answer
All
that.
right, let me answer this and I promise I'm answer it.
Okay.
All right, cool. So to answer your question, for
I
me,
love you, Black Kings, by the way.
so for me,
Thank you.
the answer is time. Like, I need time. Just because, yeah, I'm feeling some way right now, but give me time to like really analyze before I say some crazy shit.
How much time do you really need?
It
I'll be
depends on the
honest.
situation though. It depends on what's going on. Not every situation the same. If I just lost somebody and I don't want to talk about it, I don't know how long that's gonna take me. But it's some I don't know.
Bullshit with your boys.
With my
Like
boys?
some bullshit.
Probably tomorrow. I'm talking to you tomorrow.
What if like you're just trying to become a better person?
That might take some time for me. That's taking me some years now. I'm not gonna lie.
I can't wait that long.
I'll be honest.
Can you explain why that would take you years as a man? Because I want to go into what you said.
No, I'm gonna
as
go
well.
into it. So that's gonna take me some time personally. That's gonna take me time personally because I'm trying to find myself. All right, like for example, I got an air tag on my keys now. But when you lose your keys and you mad, can you find your keys when you mad? You never find your keys when you mad.
You'll
never
not
do.
do anything when you're mad.
But you know, it's funny. You find it when you don't really need it. You get me? That's how it is in life. So sometimes you can find it. I can find it if I'm pissed off. I'm not saying I'm not, but more or less of the time, I'm mad. I'm going through the same thing over and over. But maybe if I just chill out, relax a little bit, forget about it, and now I go back and look for what I'm really looking for, maybe I can find myself. So it's just time. There's no rush. Like, there's no rush. There's no rush.
So what I'm hearing is that you want us black women to give you time and give you space. You don't want us to occupy the space with you when you're helping, like when you need to deal with those things.
No, not necessarily. I mean, it depends on how you take it.
What should I do?
What do you need?
Should I just stand there?
All right. So to answer the question, I'm gonna say it again. Actually give me time. Like, give me time to think about what's going on.
Okay,
I don't want
but
to make a drastic decision.
Specifically, what do I do during that time? Can I go off and do other things?
But look, not everybody's the same. You should know your partner. Because me,
Thank you.
But I hate to say, but all black men sometimes
They
do
don't know how to
operate the
communicate.
same.
You guys might think
You guys think you're so different.
Explain that, Joy. Explain that, Joy. Explain that, Joy.
She just wild out,
Can
man.
I have another drink? We're getting fun. Okay. May I have some lemonade and just a little bit of tequila?
Black men, y'all don't know how to communicate, which is one thing I will say. A lot of y'all didn't grow up with fathers in the household, so y'all grew up with mothers that took away your feelings and minimized them and put her feelings first. Or sometimes if you did have a father in the household, he did not actually communicate his feelings if he was feeling some type of way or things like that. There was no level of communication always. I'm not saying all, but I'm saying a good vast majority in America. And even in sometimes Caribbean households, a lot of things were not even discussed. So now when you're asking us to give you time, we're like, what does time look like? Because girls, obviously, we can rant, we could talk, we could do whatever.
I can get a degree. Like,
pretty much. But it's like, okay, cool. Like, now that we're giving you this time, do you want us to occupy the time with you? Do you need the time alone? Do you need us to hold your hand? And there are certain things we gotta help you with that time. There are certain things that you don't want us to help you with that time with. It's very confusing because the thing is, y'all don't communicate it well. And then when we try and help you out, we get either barked at, or you're doing too much, or sometimes it's just like we're trying to be there to be that nurturing role, because some of y'all did not have that nurturing role growing up.
That's true.
So at the end of the day, we're asking this question because we just want to show up for y'all and give you that love and support and care.
All right, so
I want to say something after Keys too.
I feel you coming from, but I'm gonna say all black men are not like that. No. But let me talk.
Thank you, Keys.
I said a good vast majority.
Okay, all right, my fault.
Let me change
Okay,
that.
so
Vast majority.
I think it is a household thing. I don't think it's like
it's standards. It's the morals.
I don't think it's like a personal kind of thing, because sometimes, growing up, some people may not have that, loving relationship in the house, so they don't know what it's like to be, cared for, catered to. So I do think it's about like your household. But I grew up with a loving mom and a loving dad.
Come on, Papa.
So like I'm very open to my feelings, like I said. So like for the ladies, if your man mad at you, or not mad at you, but if he mad and you're just trying to figure out what to do, you kind of like, it is time, but not too much time.
But can y'all communicate that with us first, though?
Listen.
Like, instead of just like going ghost, or
how do
like
y'all
taking out that
communicate
anger,
that
is it
without getting
possible for
frustrated
you to
and getting
communicate
hard-headed
that
and
with us
stubborn?
first, so then we are not left out in the dark?
They
'Cause y'all have
communicate
sometimes
by
that
coming to
habit
us like
of leaving us
whenever
in
they're
the
ready.
dark.
No.
You're right.
And then we can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Because then we are a type of creature that we're gonna think about 1,001 different reasonings,
Yeah.
and we're gonna always put it on ourselves first.
You know what else
And
it
then
is too?
we're the problem.
You know
when
what
it's
else
not
too?
us.
Some, like as a man, it's very hard. It's like we don't want to show you that we weak. Like it's
Why
like,
is it
like,
weak to you?
it's-
Because most men, when they speak to women, like I've said before, when we sell you certain things, especially about our mental health, you guys will come back and say certain things that will make us look as though we are weak men.
But we get the same perspective when it comes to women and being emotional when it comes to speaking about men.
Okay.
I'm not trying to.
No,
create
absolutely.
judgment.
I agree.
It's the same thing on the other.
I
end.
agree.
Or we
That's
have to
true,
be
though.
the strong black woman because at the
Yeah,
end of the
like-
day, we have to take care of you and the family and everything else.
Right.
We gotta be independent. We gotta not cry.
Can
We
I,
gotta-
Keys, you done? Can I? Oh,
You
go
go
ahead.
ahead, you go ahead.
Okay, I want to piggyback off of what he said as well, right? Because just like some you said, Joy, I grew up like most of the black men that I know grew up with their moms. I didn't. I grew up with my dad. Yeah. So it's so different because when I was younger, I wasn't taught the real soft way to do things. I was taught, yo, be a man, nigga, you get your hands dirty, yo, nigga, I was from this place. I'm from DR, so you know you don't know what it's like and this and that, and you're first generation. You think everything is easy, but then again, it's in the sense of no, I don't think everything is easy.
That shit matters.
Again, it's in the sense of I don't have my mother here to show me both sides, a man and a woman, right? At the end of the day, no matter what, and that's what I used to tell my dad all the time too, like. Yo, I love you to death, and I know you love me, but you also have to have me realize, yo, my real life. I moved 90% of my life. I've never lived, other than where I live at now, for longer than 3 years of my life, ever.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ever, right? This is the longest time I've ever lived in one place in my life since I'm 27 years old, about to be this year. So to me, it's in the sense of, okay, where do I see myself in the value, let me say, of women? Mm-hmm. Because when I speak to you and I say, hey, listen, I'm going through this because yesterday was Father's Day, a couple days ago was Father's Day, right? Cool. I ain't got my dad. Can I talk to you? If not, okay, cool. Or just like, another question Joy said was, how do we actually get, men to speak to women in the sense of love and not in the sense of disrespect, right? Because that's another thing, too. And I tell Shorty this all the time that I speak to, like, yo, Shorty, like, you might think that I'm saying certain things to you in a sense of disrespect, and I'm not.
Wow, you're yelling
I
at me.
cannot, and I'm not yelling, right? I don't.
That's exactly what he would tell me too.
Right? I would never be yelling. I'm not the guy to yell. Me personally. Other people would. I'm just not the one because I know me personally, I don't like yelling. And my father also taught me you don't need to yell to get your point across. Right? So if I'm telling you something, it's all against you and above you to understand where I'm coming from or you're not. Right. You can tell me, listen, nigga, I don't believe you. I don't trust you. Yeah. I don't this or that. That's cool. You don't have to. Yeah. You don't believe me? I can't change your mind. Yeah. I tell you the sky is blue and you go outside and you see the sky is red. What you gonna tell me?
So you're wrong.
You get what I'm saying? Thank you. That's what I'm saying. So it's in the sense of this, like if as men and women specifically, right, I think that we need to actually have those conversations where it's like, really, where do you feel disrespected at rather than how can I actually show you this and or that, right? Because we can have this conversation, but if you don't understand it, you're going to feel disrespected.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, no matter what, if you do not understand it, you are going to feel disrespected. The moment you feel understood and or understand the other person, that's when you can tell yourself that I'm either A, still going to feel disrespected, and or B, that I understand and I don't like it and I don't have to respect what they are saying. That's simple.
I have a small comment on the women asking, like, what do you do when a man's not telling you how he feels or what to do here, right? So I have a guy friend. He's literally a guy friend. We never had sex or anything. And he was in my house one day, and he was having a situation with his woman, and he was pacing back and forth. He just kept crying. He was like, not crying, excuse me, pacing back and forth, really upset or whatever. So I said, do me a favor. I said, sit down. I said, just sit down for me. All I did, I put my hand on his chest. I said, breathe, okay? Give me 3 good breaths, right? I said, now stand up. He stood up. I hugged him. He like, what? Hugged him. Didn't let him go. I hugged him for maybe 6 seconds. At second 7, he's crying on my shoulder. So I didn't know what to do. So I just said, comfort. I don't know. Because a lot of times men, for one, we all know the man and their mama is some type of level that we don't understand. So the first thing I thought was, well, what would a mama do? The mother probably just be like, come on, just lay your head right here. Just stay right there.
That's all.
The smallest thing sometimes. So when they say they do need time, it is time. But that don't mean you don't got to be absent. You can when they say I want to be alone but not alone, while they playing that game, they want you to sit right there. You don't got to say a word. They are super simple. I caught it. You know what I'm saying?
What about the men who are very quiet? Because I'm a quiet man myself, that you just said, right? I'm a very quiet man.
When they do speak, it speaks volumes.
Thank you.
So I'm not gonna make you speak, because when you do speak, I'm listening.
Don DeMarco.
Baby, you don't speak.
Don DeMarco.
Oh, my baby got something to say.
Check mic 1 2. What?
Now, respectfully, I'm very much so single. Now, I love y'all. I do. Black men, I think, not for nothing, they're not super complicated. And I think a lot of the times, society makes it seem like they're aggressive and they're mean and they're just this, because that's what they're taught. Let's talk about that, because I love my dad to death, but he taught my brother that being weak is not a thing, being emotional is not a thing. So when my brother texted me the other day because he was in his feelings about his woman, I said, baby, feel that emotion.
Feel it.
I said, you love that woman. She's hurting your feelings. Tell her, baby, you hurting my feelings because you posting that thing saying I'm outside. You know what I'm saying? Feel it. You know what I'm saying? I said, you hurt. And you come back like, bitch, you ain't gonna hurt me again
Like,
because I
don't
love
hurt
you.
me
You know what I'm
again.
saying?
What?
Like that. I love you.
What I do?
Men, feel your emotions. And the time that y'all want to feel it, in the space that you want to feel it. The only thing I want to do is just make you comfortable in that space. When you're ready to tell me, baby, tell me. You don't want to talk? I'm not going to talk to you. But what I don't want you to do is get mad at me when I don't know. If I don't know, baby, why you getting mad at me?
Can I ask you a question toward that, though?
You sure can.
And
Wrap up soon, so this is gonna be your last
That's
question.
Oh,
definitely.
I never said my mental health.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do yours
Real
first
quick, 10
before we
seconds.
wrap
Ready?
up.
3, 2, 1.
10? My mental health is in the trash. Let's talk about it.
Why?
Just
Can you
for 20
explain?
seconds. Oh,
Or do you
absolutely.
want to explain? Let me say.
Absolutely. So let's talk about me losing something that no, it's not as big as losing a person. Maybe losing somebody close. I took a big L recently, huge L.
Sorry to hear.
And for the last 2 years, though, let's talk about how I was hit by the enemy so many different ways. I mean, from family, from friends, from lovers, from anything in my realm was hitting me negatively. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I said, you know what? I said, bitch, hold. Figure it out, though. Don't hold it in. Hold it. Hold the feeling. Feel the feeling. Let it sit in my hand. Absorbing my skin. So that's what I did for 2 years. People who came at me on my neck, I said, you know what? That hurts, but I'm not going to tell you because I feel like I told you a couple years ago. I'm not going to tell you again. I'm going to figure out, you know what? You don't need to be here. So for 2 years, I did that. You don't need to be here. 2 years. You don't need to be here. Now, here I am again, taking a big L. I could have said, damn, I'm about to be down. This shit ain't out. I said, child, the way you took out them L's before, why can't you take out this big one? What's the problem? The little one's equivalent to the big one. So when I tell y'all my mental health was in shambles, it's only in shambles because somebody's trying to attack it thinking I had the same mind that I had years ago and I don't. So it's not in shambles. It's shambly coming together.
I like that.
Amen.
I respect it, and I hope that it does. You know.
I hope so too, honey.
I hope
God
it does
is
work
in my
out for you.
lap. God is in control. That's all I have to say.
But yeah, I'm gonna let you finish your last question. Oh, you okay?
No.
Run me the last question. Yeah.
I mean.
Well, no, you didn't actually answer the question. You're not
You
slow.
didn't.
Right.
Look at you.
But wait.
Carmella
What's the mental?
Carmella,
There we go.
how you feeling?
Pow.
Yeah, you didn't. Ooh, thank you.
Pow.
I'm chilling, bro. I'm vibing.
It really great. I love that you're using
Like,
Chilling and mobbing is
like,
so cute.
life is life, bro. Like you at this point, people gotta understand, like, when you really trying to get where you trying to be, it's not gonna be easy. So your mental not gonna be there. You just gotta try to be strong minded, bro. That's it, bro.
How do you
gotta
work?
just chill.
Let me ask y'all a question as men, right? How do y'all, and women in general, right? But in general, how do y'all work within yourselves to actually put your own mind back to what you may feel is normal?
Oh, so
And wait, before you answer that, I'm gonna say try and keep it short.
She trying to get the last question.
Yeah, because I want to like definitely give some time to wrap up, but definitely try and keep that question short.
all right, so what I do is I do a couple things. I'm gonna keep it real brief. So the first thing is that the first thing I have to do is understand where I was last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and I look at where I am right now. I look at the progress. I look at the people around me. If I still got the same people around me, the genuine people, that means I'm doing something right. If I'm not doing the same shit I was doing last year, I'm doing something right. So all I gotta do is just keep doing everything bigger and better. So that's all I really gotta do.
Amen.
That's just the way I look.
Child, the way that shit put it down, I bust the gangsta tail.
She done took the glasses off and everything, did she?
No,
Where I was last.
motivational.
For me, I just feel like I have to like just look within myself. If I'm not doing more than I would, like he said that I did last year or last month or yesterday or last week, I'm just not doing what like my goal is. Right. Every day I feel like I gotta get closer to my goals, and if I ever get sidetracked by like mental health issues or something, I just gotta like look at myself, because who wants more from me than me?
Y'all been
That's
dropping
the
this
one.
shit like free money. What's going on?
You don't even need that.
Yeah.
You got us right now.
Y'all are the hype. I need to start hiring y'all. Y'all need to be the hype women that I
It's something about a black man for me who could speak a word.
No, speak
if you could
true.
spin some words out your mouth, I did the.
On to the next one.
Keith, you next.
Keithy, come on, Keithy.
Nah, she said,
Let's get all the black men out the way, and then
Oh my God.
two beautiful young ladies left.
Kind of
three of
what Carvel said.
Right.
I kind of like backtrack on my success, but I also try not to like relate what I'm doing to other people's success. So like, it's like, what did I need to like? What I need? I'm like, what's up, bro? Like,
Why are you comparing?
yeah, why you
basically?
comparing me, bro?
Right.
But nah, I'm a little lit, but we gonna keep talking. It's all right. A little shit. But nah, I definitely, like Joshua says, like, it's definitely in you. You know, sometimes I be lazy. I get it. You know, everybody be lazy. But, you know, you just gotta remember, like, life, like, time is short. Like, it's really, like, short time. And I had to think, like, as you get older, you don't know that until, like, you get older and you're like, yo, time is really, like, you don't even have no time.
No time.
You have no time. So, you know, like I'm saying, having the luxury to have good friends and a good support system.
Always friends.
So like
New friends. My heart.
that keeps me going. That keeps me going.
Ladies, I'm gonna let y'all go. Okay, let's keep it short and brief, and
All
then I'm
right.
gonna wrap it all up with my answer and everything.
Can you repeat the question one more time?
You the one with the question.
Can you repeat the question one more time, sir?
My question was again.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Within certain topics and feelings, why do we, men and women in general, feel as though that we are not either A, handling our time correctly within certain things within our mental health, and B, how do you feel as though that we can actually do something within yourself, not within anybody else, to make it better?
Okay, so I'm gonna try to drop this in 30 seconds. A lot of people, especially me, I'm speaking for the choir, but a lot of people have self-doubt and don't speak upon it. There is a tendency that your voice and your thoughts and what you come out of your mouth is all power. So knowing that the law of attraction come in with your mind, if you telling yourself like, I'm gonna just half-ass this project, I'm gonna just set it to the side, that's what you're always going to stick with. We're all trees. It's either we grow or die here. So it's either you try to figure out what you need to do to get your hands dirty and get yourself into the empire that you need to create, or you just gonna sit here and continue dreaming about a dream. I had this visionary monologue for a while, and it starts as everything around you, for you, and within you is telling you that this moment is when you need to make a choice. You've been at a standstill, and you sitting here on your ass, right? But you gotta look at the top to try to figure out what you're doing. Well, pay attention. Would you rather live in a world, where you're gonna sit and dream about your dreams, or would you rather go ahead and be your dreams? It's just that simple. The only question is actually putting the work into it. The question is, are you gonna make that choice to dread your dream, or you're going to actually be the dream? The dream is going to put the work in to fulfill everything that you need to. Yes, you're going to have your doubts. Yes, you're going to have your vulnerabilities, but the shadow work is within yourself and your community. So what are you doing with the tools that you have in your toolbox, like Bob the Builder, to make the house that you got to build? Make your fundamentals, get all the cement, all the bricks, all the wood, all the ply, all that you need to, but what are you doing to get all the fundamentals in your reach? If you're not doing any of that, and if you are not answering those questions simply, then you are doing something wrong. Just like how Carvel said, if you are literally looking at yourself this year, it's literally June 19th of 2023. If you're looking at yourself January 19th of 2024 and you are still in the same spot, you are doing something wrong. You have to reflect on yourself. It's not just reflections of your environment, it's a reflection of yourself. And if you don't reflect upon yourself, you're not going to adapt to your environment. Your friends, the people that are within your circle, aren't going to adapt to you, and you're just going to stay stagnant, which only goes back to my saying about the trees. We are continuously trees, and that has power within our branches, within our leaves, within our tree stump. Do you want to continuously be a tree stump, or do you want to have the faith of the mustard seed to turn into a tree stump, to grow into the branches, into the leaves, to be a beautiful tree that everybody can see?
The gun snap.
Amen.
So irritating. Period.
I said 30 seconds, but it was probably longer than that.
It was like a minute and a half.
45. Okay, 15. You need
No,
an
it
extra
was a minute and a
15.
half. It was a minute and a half. It was a minute and a half.
It was a minute and a half.
But it was literally, I was
She was
talking
going.
I told you it was on the lip. Keep going.
So wait, does this? I was like, Missy, you gotta go left.
I'll do something super, super simple. I'll just go factual. Let's just talk about the fact that we're not used to having the opportunity to have the space to do something with anything. So we don't know how to handle it, manage it.
Yep.
So we mishandle, take time, procrastinate, act like, oh, I'll get that again. Oh, wow, I got an opportunity. So I think a part of us not in that, because these opportunities are now very fresh. First of all, Juneteenth just became a national holiday. When I got the message about banks being closed, I said, well, what are they being closed for? Schools are closed for what? What's going on? I didn't know
the day off.
that they actually said, hey, black people, we like y'all. Y'all don't have to work today. Yeah. So when I was on McCarter Highway, I said, look at all of these non-black people going to work. But just the fact that we didn't have the opportunity in general, so we're gonna not know how to handle things if we never had it. It's like having a good girl or having a good job. If you don't know how to handle it, you never had it, you don't know. We don't have a lot of knowledge. We're still getting knowledge. So respectfully, we getting there. Would I like us to do a little better? Absolutely, but we getting there. Look where we at now, sitting on a panel full of black excellence.
Love it.
They don't put that on TV. They put the nonsense of us on TV. Nonsense. So let's just take these opportunities and maybe treat them more preciously. Treat them with care. Handle them with care. Act like you actually treat them like
you know.
Act like you're in the room with JC.
Hello, you are.
That's it.
Okay.
That's how I feel.
So thank you everyone for answering,
That
and
needs
I'm
our
gonna give
own
my
podcast.
small little spiel.
We'll see you soon.
I would say, from my answer for all this, because I would say it's a sum of everything that everybody said, but the one thing I think I noticed that we all need is patience. Patience with ourselves to understand that, like, we're very fearful of failing. We don't want to fail ourselves. We don't want to fail our family. We don't want to fail our ancestors. We don't even want to fail our significant other, because I think the fear is looking yourself in the mirror from that failure. I know that for myself. Starting a podcast was one thing I did not want to fail at, because I was already failing at certain things within my business and just being consistent or finding the right team and things like that. I started this podcast literally in my bedroom. A lot of people don't know that. If you look on like my Instagram or when I first posted my first video, it was literally just I had a Canon M200, and that was the first piece of equipment that I only had. I'm now 2 years later. I have a videographer. I have a producer. I'm not gonna talk about how much my equipment costs, because it still costs me more. No, I'm saying it's keep going up in pricing, and we're just not gonna talk about how my pockets are always running low. But either way,
Balling on a budget.
Pretty much.
Balling on a budget.
Really, pretty much. But like, no. At the end of the day, I was always fearful. I was even fearful starting my business, but to get to where it is now, I get to see the impacts it makes. And I have to remind myself that I started this business not for myself, and God led me to start this. You have to remember every day your mission and the individuals in which you're impacting. And that is what keeps me pushing through and whatnot. I've watched people make friendships. I've watched people become business partners from this opportunity. I've watched, people start talking to their family members from this, and they reach back out to me and say thank you. Like, from the knowledge that we've had conversations with on or off camera, I've been able to elevate myself and do things a little differently. So I think that's what keeps me personally going, just to have a reminder that obviously everything is bigger than what I am doing. And life is short. Tomorrow is not promised. Whatever I do today is what I want people to remember me by. The legacy that I'm creating, the lives that I'm touching, even just the people that I simply just hug and say, yo, I'm grateful for you to just be here in life and exist. So that would just kind of be my all sum up to say, is just that we're all human. We need patience to understand that, we're going to fall, bump our heads. We're very fearful, and we don't like failing everybody else, but especially ourselves, because we have to be able to look ourselves in the mirror and remind ourselves that, like, every day we're waking up and doing the same exact action or doing something else, and we don't know what the turnout may be. So I want to thank all of y'all for jumping on the podcast.
We love you for having this podcast. We love you for
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. I be trying to do something different. I don't want to be like every other podcaster in the world, because I feel like all podcasters, when it comes to black people, are on love and relationships and sex. Not discrediting, because I know that you have one.
Let me tell you something, because people came to me and said, why don't you do something more meaningful? Because I feel like I have a lot of things to say. But I said no, because I see a lot of people saying a lot of things. I'm fine. The people out there that's out there saying the things, like you, Miss Ma'am, are speaking. so I don't need to add to that. You speak.
But there's not a lot of
I
us,
just
and
like
especially a lot of
saying-
young individuals doing so. I'm not saying I don't want to follow the crowd, but it's like I really don't. Like I feel like it's important to have a different
Very
type of
important.
narrative
Your own-
for your
your own
podcast.
Your own people.
So,
Speaking this narrative.
thank
Come on
y'all
now.
for jumping on a mental health
We
and
love you,
public health
Black Queen.
podcast.
We love you, Black Queen.
So thanks,
Thanks,
y'all.
Joy.
And thank you for one to my amazing editor,
We
because
love you,
he's always the
Black
man
Joy.
behind the camera.
Hey, bye.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Livingston. Thank you, Livingston, for being an amazing producer. I am nothing without him and his connection. Thank you for everybody that showed up. It's a wrap. Fade to black.
It's
Until
a
next
wrap.
time, we'll see y'all back here on a Black Monday for
The 5th.
No.
I'll
The
take you to
next
the
time
court.
y'all will see another Black Monday
you to
podcast
court
with
about
us
that
will be
contract.
on Labor Day. So thank y'all.
I'll be
And-
here.
So it's a wrap. Fade to black. We out. See y'all next time.
It's a wrap.
It's a blast. Wrap it up like a turban.
Okay.